Welcome to the JP podcast. I'm your host, John.
And I'm your co-host, Crystal.
Yes, and as you can see, we got a new co-host, and that's right. Tom's not here, and wanted to welcome Crystal aboard. Welcome, Crystal.
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited, and the whole reason why I brought you on was I had talked to Tom, and we had going back and forth, and we wanted to bring something different to the show. Somebody else that had different opinions than us, and anybody that was willing to debate with us, because we talked about it before. Tom and I pretty much on the same side when it comes to politics or views on anything, and I've known you for a long time, and
yep.
And I know where you stand on things, so
Right.
I was actually kind of nervous when I reached out to you, because the first person I thought of was my wife, and I asked her, and she said no, she wasn't having it. So
right.
I said I'm going to ask Crystal, and when you said yes, I was really excited. I was real nervous about it, but welcome to the show, and we'll just move right along here and work our way through it. It's kind of different for me to be working with a new co-host here. Usually Tom knows the routine, and he knows when I'm fumbling, he jumps right in and feels, shuts me up right away. But
right.
I'll
do my best.
Oh, I'm sure you're gonna do great. So we were talking before that we're going to do some TikTok reactions, and you mentioned you don't like them.
I don't like them. My students do TikToks all the time, and it drives me nuts. And then they always want to show me something. Some of them are funny. I got to move. Some of them are funny, but there's others that just drive me crazy.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't watch them. My wife sent them. People send them to me left and right, and I'm not really into it. I guess it's showing my age, but it's just
my age too.
It's just another platform I'm just not getting into. But some of them are funny. We had a show on it before, and it was more of a political. They were talking more on trans rights and all that, and
right.
And I didn't want that for us. I just wanted to sit down and show everybody who you are and bring out your personality. But before we get started,
right.
You said your students, you are a teacher, right?
Yes, I teach 8th grade science, middle school. Yep.
That's good stuff. Good stuff there. So yeah, you'll definitely bring stuff to the table that I think people are going to enjoy. And another thing about you is you're big into sports. I know that because we're on Facebook, and every time I turn around, you're somewhere. You're at some sporting event.
Right. That's my thing. I am pretty much pro football, pro basketball. Tried to get into hockey, baseball. I'm cool with. I coach volleyball. And track. So I'm all about sports.
That's good stuff, and Tom's the big sports guy. As far as me, I follow the local teams, but after the Indians in the 90s, I pretty much I was done. So
the Guardians.
Oh, that sucks. How you feel about that?
I don't like the name. We've been talking about it. My friends want to call him G-Man. I'm like, the G-Man, I think that's somebody else. But yeah, it could have stayed Indians for me. I would have been okay with that. I wasn't, offended or anything. I get people get offended, but I think the name was fine. It's what we're used to. And we don't like change, I think.
I didn't find anything wrong with it either. I think they just overreacted and jumped right to it, because when it first happened, a lot of people were saying, a lot of Native Americans were saying that we're not offended by that.
Right.
I get Chief Wahoo. Okay, I get that.
Yeah, I get that red face. I understand that.
Yeah, but the name Indians, I have a feeling in a couple of years it's going to go right back.
I hope so. That would be cool.
I hope so too, because Guardians, I don't think I can get down with that.
I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it at all.
And were you watching the Cavs this year? They were looking pretty hot for a minute there.
Of course. And we didn't expect that much from them, but what we got was okay. I mean, the injuries is what, really pushed us aside and made us, go the way that we did. But I'm good with it. I'm excited. I think the team is going to be great next year. They've got some decisions to make. So figure out what we're going to do.
How do you feel about football, the big quarterback we brought in? I do know that much, you know.
I'm good with Deshaun Watson. We're just waiting to see what's gonna happen. I judge no one, so I can't, I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I'm so definitely not gonna, jump down his throat because that's not my call. I'm all about football, so I know he's a great pick. I'm excited. I hope he doesn't get suspended any games, but if he does, that's been the topic on sports radio. Like, what are we gonna do? Are the Browns gonna make the playoffs if he's suspended for 8 games? Can Jacoby Brissett win 4 out of 4 if he gets 8-game suspension? So it just depends. But I'm all for having Deshaun Watson. Baker can kick rocks.
You know what? We deserve it. If you've been a Browns fan since the beginning, to me, they not only owe us a Super Bowl, they owe us a dynasty. So after all that, it's going to take a good Super Bowl for me to climb back aboard and say, okay, I'm going to learn who everybody is and everything like that. So how do you feel about who's the quarterback that we had that they kind of haven't got rid of him yet?
Baker Mayfield. Baker
yeah.
Baker was cool. Baker did it to himself. He talks too much. And so if he would just shut his mouth and do his job, he'd be okay. And I'm not a, go throw the football type deal, but it's certain situations you can't be sensitive about and you have to do what you have to do. He should have sat out when he first got hurt, when he got that surgery. And I don't think we would be having this conversation. He would probably still be our quarterback. So, I was in the trenches when we were 0-16. I was at every single game. I go to the game all the time. Winter, fall, when it got nice weather, when it's snowing and raining. So we deserve more. We deserve more.
Yeah. Yep. See, now I wish Tom was here because I know you two would be going back and forth. I just feel, man, I should follow it more. But I got other things on my plate. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if they're in the playoffs, then that's when I'll start watching. I start enjoying it. But I wanted to get started. I had a few people send us some TikToks, and they're not political. They're just funny. And I don't know. I don't watch them. So I know there's 10 of them and they're short ones. So I just wanted to see, how your reaction was going to be to them and show everybody, what you're all about. I got to set this. I'm trying to set this shared screen up right now.
Okay.
So
I'm ready.
You can see it? You can see this?
See.
Okay.
Yep, I see it.
So I'll play one, and if you want me to stop halfway through or let me know, if not, we'll watch it and see what happens.
All right.
Hey, neighbor. I just bought a toaster. It's not waterproof.
What is he doing?
I was shocked. Wait a
minute. I wish we had neighbors like that. Not we. I wish I had neighbors like that.
Like, what is this? Oh, he was ringing the doorbell, running to somebody else's house?
Yeah, he was telling his neighbor what he just got. So that's funny.
I don't want that neighbor.
No, you don't want that?
No.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it as long as they were crazy like that. Let's go on to the next one. You know what? I enjoyed that one because I'll tell you what, you leave the Cleveland area and like I would go to Chicago sometimes, and man, The Mexican food there was amazing. It's not like how it is here. Like it wasn't like, I'm talking your mom and pop stores. You know what I mean? Like you go in there and the furniture is definitely from the 70s. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to me, that's the best food. I like them trucks.
I love that. Yeah, I like food trucks. I like authentic food. I like when I travel to go to different places. I want to go into the neighborhood so I can get authentic food.
Exactly.
And then the Mexican food, my cousins are Mexican, so I eat their food and I compare their food to like other food, and I'm like, can't compare. You
know, I'm the same way. When I meet somebody and I know they're ethnic or something like that, first thing I start asking is about their food, and I want to try it. You know, we just did the video with the Indian food, and that was my first time actually having. I've had a little bit here and there, but like real sit down, let's have a meal. You know, I used to do side work, and I did some side work for this Chinese couple, and they wanted to pay me, and I said, pay me. I want a real traditional Chinese dinner. Yeah. And they did, and it was nothing. And I mean nothing like you expect it to be, you know, or what we're used to. And that's what I like, you know. So
I like that too. I it was a teacher, she was of Indian descent. And she said our food was bland. Every time we went out somewhere to eat, she always had some hot sauce or something in her purse, because she said the food that she's used to has a kick, and our kick is not her kick.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm always down to try something different. You know, I really enjoy that. I mean, I love my Puerto Rican food. And
me too.
But I'm always down to try something else, you know. So
me too.
Let's go to this next.
You know what the worst thing about living next to like 10 Hispanic families is? I don't know what they're cooking over there, but it smells amazing all of the time. I will wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a heavenly aroma in my room. I don't know how to cook like that. I'm ordering Postmates every day.
I think I've seen this one.
Invite me over for some food.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny that Puerto Rican food, that's that sofrito they smell.
Right.
Yeah, that Puerto Rican foods are one of them foods that smells amazing when they're cooking it.
Absolutely. You know? Absolutely. It sure does.
There's some foods that don't smell. We were talking about that with the Indian. Like my neighbors are Indian, and when they cook their curry, it doesn't smell that great, but I know it tastes delicious, you know?
Oh, and, I love that. I love the smell. The aroma is everything.
Yeah. Another one is Korean food. They have kimchi. Have you ever had Korean food?
I have never had Korean food.
Oh,
kimchi I've heard of.
It's amazing.
But I've never.
But kimchi is one of those foods that if you judge it by the smell, you're gonna miss out. It's one of those that you got to dive into it. It's amazing. It's a real garlicky smell. So.
Yeah. Okay. I'm down for garlic. For sure.
Let's go on to the next one, see what we got. Yeah, I haven't seen these, so I always make sure I don't watch them. I always try to see what Tom's reaction is, you know, because Tom says the stupidest things that crack me up.
Does he like he doesn't like the TikToks, or he does?
He's like us. He doesn't watch them, but he likes reacting to them.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's not a social media guy. You know what I mean? I barely on Facebook, and I think that's pretty much it for me. It's just Facebook and YouTube. I don't. And I know YouTube's not a social media, but I don't do the TikToks. I don't do the Instagrams or anything like that.
See, I've got all that stuff, but yeah, I'm not
down.
Things.
But I might get into Twitter now that Elon Musk has control of it.
Yeah, I'm not a Twitter person.
Yeah, I'm just joking. I'm not going to do that.
You're funny.
Let's do number 7 here. Check it out. She should have broke the other one. That's funny.
Right. That is funny. Mm-mm.
You know what? Compared to the old days, today's age, you can't do stuff like that anymore because there's cameras everywhere.
And that's what I always try to tell people. Like, I'm like, do you realize, everywhere you look, if somebody doesn't have it on their house, on a building or something, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. I just saw, that's what I've been doing lately is putting up camera systems for people,
Really?
It's amazing how easy it is. And people got you, they're recording you on their phones,
Everything.
They'll track your car where you've been driving around when they're looking for you. They get cameras that are on buildings, it's
crazy.
It's cool, but it's crazy at the same time. You know what I mean?
It's wild. I'm glad I grew up when I grew up because I don't know if I want to be a kid now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be a kid now.
Our day, you had to record something. You were putting something pretty big on your shoulder, So
right.
And it was kind of a hassle. That's why you didn't see much of it. These kids today, our kids were like, how come you didn't have that? What, it wasn't like we had phones like this when you guys were little, I just brought up some VHS tapes I had to get converted to digital of my boys. I was like, because we didn't have the phones like that until you guys got a little bit older.
Yeah, I need to convert our stuff. I still have them, still in the cabinet.
Yeah, I actually went to a guy who does it, and that he does it on the side. He has a minimum, but it wasn't that expensive, and he put it all on online for me to download. Plus, he gave me a hard drive, and I bought extra. I mean, I had like 5 videos converted and like 6 hard drives, and it was only like $120. So
well, that's not bad.
Not bad at all. Because I remember when I was going to have it done and put it on DVD, and back then it was like $300-400. That's why I didn't do it. I was like,
right. Like, we wait.
Yeah, you guys don't need to see it.
Right.
Let's go to the next one. I'm old, Chris, so I have bifocals now, so that's why I look.
Me
this
too.
way.
Me too. I'm 50. Shoot, I'm older.
What? Kahlua and orange juice taste like a Tootsie Roll? Okay. Let's do it.
I've never heard of that.
Look at that. It's already cold. I don't even have to get ice.
Mixing coffee and orange
juice. Is that enough? There's no way it's going to taste like a Tootsie Roll, though. That's not... Oh, it's brand new! Brand new OJ! Oh. Who doesn't like OJ? All right. How much OJ? 50-50 roughly? Whatever. Here goes nothing. I haven't had a Tootsie Roll in it. Oh my God. It's a freaking Tootsie Roll. I'm done.
We'll put anything on a video. Anything. Yeah.
That's funny. Let's move on to the next one. I'm gonna have such a good day today. Fuck.
That was funny.
I have plenty of those days. You know how it is. You gotta get in that car and just scream,
Right. I got 45 minutes going to work. I can scream the whole 45 minutes. Absolutely.
It's funny. I was telling the guys on the way home from work, I shut everything off.
There's
days I don't even want to hear music.
Yeah. Well, I haven't listened to music in about 2 years. I listen to sports talk radio.
Really? Yeah. I listen to AM radio, so I'm 850. ESPN, or I'm back and forth between 1100, and then I listen to talk radio.
Yeah, I listen to 92.3 The Fan. That's what I listen to.
Yeah,
that's it.
I should start checking them out because the AM station has been acting up lately. Yeah, but I that's how I get my sports on the way into work. I'll listen to that, and sometimes I'll switch over to news. So, but
Yeah.
sometimes
Check
on the
them
way
out.
home, I don't want to hear it. I shut everything down and
Yeah.
just cruise and just
Right.
listen to the engine of my car. I said it in one of my videos, actually the first one. I am not going in water that I cannot see through. You know what I mean?
Right.
If even at the lake, even in the lake, I'm not jumping in because I'll tell you what, there's shit in the water.
It is. Yeah, it is. I'm not going in there. I feel you. If I'm not on an island somewhere where it's blue, crystal clear water, you can forget me getting in it.
We went to South Carolina. My wife was mad that I didn't go in the water, that I would barely go where my feet. I was like, there's sharks out there. I can't see nothing. And they live in that. So they're using that to come get me.
Right.
I'm not doing it. In the lake, I'm not doing it in the lake because you never know what you're going to swim up on. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. I got to be on an island somewhere where I know there's no pollution and no nasty nothing. Nope.
I gotta see in the water miles away, then I'll get into the water. Yeah.
Right.
I thought I was the only one. I could swim, but I just
Yeah, I can swim to save myself, but you know what, it depends on where you are in the ocean, because in Destin, Florida, there's some parts where the water is like crystal clear. You can see down there. I'll get in that water, but once you can't see, I'm good. I feel that.
That's funny. We're actually getting close to the end there. Crystal, I had an amazing time, and you're every bit of what I knew you were going to be on here, and people are just going to have to get used to it. You know what I mean?
Don't have to get used to it.
And it's a good thing because you bring a lot to the table, and like I said, I was very, very excited when you said yes. I was like, I actually jumped up in the air, like, yeah, you know what I mean?
And did you do your feet?
Yeah. But no, there's no invite, so it's an open invite, and it's going to be like this in the future. I'm just gonna I send her a message saying, hey, we're here at this day or whatever, and she's like us, me and Tom, that she has a full-time job, but unlike me and Tom, she has a life, so she's very, very busy, so
yes.
So please, if you like the show, please like and subscribe, and give a comment there, and you're going to be seeing a lot of her today. It just worked out great that Tom couldn't make it.
Yep, sounds good.
That's good. So you good, Crystal?
I'm good. You good, John?
I am good. So thank you, and everybody,
welcome.
Like I said, please say a comment. Welcome Crystal to the podcast here, and hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.